Today on Mob Rules.
We talk about the UK.
Yeah, pretty much just Dave's holiday. It's pretty good.
Oh, spoiler alert.
Oh.
And some exciting changes in attendance.
Yay! All that and much else on Mob Rules. Welcome to Mob Rules.
Hi.
Hi, how's
What's
it going?
up?
Going well. I am John, joined, of course, by
Hi, I'm Ted.
Ted, looking warily at my levels, as I am.
It sounds a little echoey. Is it echoey for you guys?
Yeah, I don't.
Just a tad.
Okay.
I don't really hear me. I press my lips up.
Oh, okay. All right.
That on-screen mic check.
There we go.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah. Give me a little bit more gain.
Okay.
Now give him some bass.
Give me some bass.
Some bass.
Now use the foot pedal.
You know, my board has a slot for a foot pedal.
Now repeat.
You got a slot.
I got a slot. It's a hardcore
Show you a
slot.
slot.
He's got a foot pedal slot.
Yeah.
Hey, and I'm Dave.
Yeah.
Hey,
Joined
Dave.
by Dave and Ted.
Right.
There we go.
How is everyone doing today?
Oh man, it's what? Let's see. We're recording now on.
You just woke up about 20 minutes ago.
The night before release, about 10 o'clock at night.
John and I were messaging you like,
at
Dave,
9
are you going
hours.
to come today?
So you had 9 hours to now, so it's like noon on Friday.
yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Is that what we're doing? I'm good. I'm oof.
Welcome home. Welcome home.
Yeah,
welcome
welcome
back
back.
to Alaska.
Well,
We saved the summer for you.
yeah.
I appreciate that.
Nice little bit of rain.
Feels like fall. Anyway, as though anybody else cared. 30 people locally.
So
that
much
listen.
warmer here than Great Britain.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
It's because Alaska's on a higher axis. So Great Britain's lower in the world, so it's closer to the equator.
Yeah.
Oh.
So it's warmer generally, but rainier.
Wait. Oh, I thought you said it was warmer than Britain, but it's the other way around.
Yeah.
No, we're warmer here right now than it was in Britain. Yes.
Oh, a lot. Okay.
Right
All right.
now. That's
Okay.
what-
I missed the logic train on this one. I was adjusting levels.
I don't know. John threw me. He's like, "Oh, Great Britain's closer to the equator, therefore it's warmer." That's not what I said.
That's backwards.
John.
Shut up.
Cool.
Jerk. We'll get to your many accomplishments here soon. But
Oh, we were starting off with Ted. Oh,
Yeah.
we are. Oh,
Oh.
but Ted, what have you been up to?
Gosh, I'm wrapping up commissions. I'm trying to do get a lot of those taken care of. Got all the demons taken care of that I was supposed to paint like months ago. So those are done, and I have Arimon to paint. And I bought purple paint.
Who?
Arimon.
Ooh. Arimon?
Yeah, I don't know. It's really bizarre. Like the guy was like, "I want a bunch of bloodthirsters and Arimon. Like those don't go together." Like that's
Like, here's $50. Those go together.
You're saying Aramon, the prince of the Thousand Sons?
yeah. Whoa. Wow. Yes.
Yes, he is the prince of the Thousand Sons.
Because I don't know, just the way I heard it made it sound like a Digimon character from
Oh,
the old,
yeah. Arimon.
old Fox 4 cartoon.
Yeah. So, but that one's been kind of tough. I think like painting with purple, and they don't have like I tried to do like the GW matching, so I did like all the GW colors for the.
Yeah.
No, I didn't. Okay, I used Vallejo for the blue. But then I went and got the purples. So I think like the nice thing about it is like they usually when they do like the airs, they do like you can go and buy like a layer paint, and you can buy the air paint, and so like it's the exact same one. So I
Yeah.
can go and like. If I have to do touch-ups, I don't have to like, oh fuck, how did I mix that? Like, which I've done before. So it's nice, but unfortunately they didn't do that. So I had to like I had to water it down to make an airbrush paint.
That's why you get that sweet commission money.
Yeah, that I already got and spent on Christmas stuff ages ago. So,
They're like, fuck, I gotta pay this.
can you re-up that monies you already paid me?
So is that new Araman or old Araman?
The new one,
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
'Cause
I was
that's-
actually just looking through the Burning a Prospero box, and I was like, oh, I have 2 Ariamons. I wonder if I should just paint one up and give it to him. Yeah, it'll take like 5 months. So So that was it, and I'm trudging away. And I know this is going to contradict news later on, but I'm trudging away trying to get my Iron Hands, like the whole like company, like our clan rather, done. And I was like, on my checklist of like things I have to assemble, buy, and paint are I think two 10-man assault squads. I only have like a 5-man assault squad without jump packs, so I was like, oh man, I gotta get a bunch of these. So I ordered a bunch of backpacks or jump packs off of Max Mini.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a different style. So I'm kind of excited about taking like the Prospero Mark IIIs and like turning them into assault marines.
Because they have all those really nice like side chainsword bits as well there. So you can make them like, I'm attaching it to my side so I can jump heroically.
Safely.
So I'm curious. Like I think they're supposed to be in today. I got a little notice in the mail. Like, you have a package. You can only pick it up tomorrow. And like, I'm a nerd. I need things now.
But you got a package. You can only pick it up tomorrow between 9 a.m. and 10:30 a.m. in Homer.
Fuck nuts.
This package will be available tomorrow for 1 minute. What?
You and 90 other people will be in line.
Yeah.
All the old ladies trying to like figure out custom slips.
I don't understand stamps anymore.
Used to be
7 cents.
Why is there only one person at the round desk? And she's rolling her eyes and about to go on break, leaving us with nobody.
Okay.
The post office.
While we're on this tangent, if you're in line in the post office and there's like 20 people in front of you and there's only 2 people working the counter, really infuriates me when one just gets up and closes up and goes on break.
Oh.
Yes.
No,
because I can. My break is at 12.
Oh man, that's
son of a
federal
bitch.
money. I tell you.
Like, fine, go to UPS. Oh, it's 3
What are you
times
gonna
as much. Damn
What are you
it.
gonna do? We're the ones with your package.
Yeah, that's right. Got you by the balls, son.
Why don't you try some other federally mandated postal service?
Go to Canada. I hear they're nice. Fine, I will.
It's like Merc a post for Merc and things.
Why do you drive all the way out to Whitehorse? Use your postage service. So I'm excited about that. That should be coming in the mail pretty soon. Or, well,
Today,
coming
yeah,
tomorrow,
it should be
actually. Or yesterday when this drops. But and then finally, I think the other thing, I've been reading for fun lately. So like all the finals have been coming up.
Nerd.
And, yeah, like I was telling you, John, is like I've been doing like these marathon tutoring sessions.
Yeah.
Not me tutoring other people, but other people tutoring me. And like yesterday it was like 6.5 hours or 6 hours or something like that of algebra. The day before is like 5. The day before is like 4. So it was like all, like back to back to back. So like I kind of made it like a thing. Like, all right, well I got this Roboute Guillimon book. I'm gonna read like a chapter a night. And so like the last few days I've just been like hitting that hard. And it was actually so Dave Annandale. We've read it, Dave Annandale.
Oh
stuff,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
What
We
were
have.
some of the things that he wrote?
Books.
He wrote
He
some
did
of the
one
Beast Rising
Beast
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think no, he didn't do Baneblade, did he? Or Shadow Sword?
No,
that was
Guy
Haley.
Yeah.
We have read other stuff. I'm sure there's a Space Marine Battle book or something we've read there.
Who did the Iron Hands one?
Give me a second.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We just cover.
It was
Steve Steverson.
The I don't know.
Okay.
I read for fun too.
Yeah. So it was kind of weird because I think like it's about Guillimon during like the heresy and kind of like actually no I'm sorry it's like before the heresy, so it's like during the Great Crusade.
So while he was in stasis.
Yeah. Like, it was a really short book.
No, wait. You said heresy. You didn't say
that would be like a great book.
Yeah.
The man came and tapped on my tank again.
I really hate it when he taps on my tank.
I will kill this man.
You know what? That would have made him coming out of the tank in the Gathering Storm so much better. Like they're like, free, you're alive, but you can never leave the suit. Cool. Hey, where's First Sergeant Johnson?
We're good. He wrote 3 of the Beast Arises books.
Oh, okay.
So Hunt for Vulcan, Watchers in Death, and The Last Wall.
Okay. No, he was pretty good in those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Pretty good in those.
I think Ted.
None of the other books.
Ted, you and I had issues with Watchers in Death just because it was like Death Watch.
Oh,
But the other 2
yeah.
I really enjoyed.
So I think like the Vulcan one was one of my favorites for sure.
Oh, yeah.
And I think The Last Wall, I can't remember too much about it, but I think that one was like was really intense. at
Yeah,
that point,
like
so-
because all the Imperial Fist successors were coming together.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was super intense. It was super good.
Yeah, that's right. The one, oh god, the Death Watch one was silly, but I think like it seems like when he decides that he's gonna do like a theme piece, like after and like try to pattern somebody's like mindset, it just like works a little weird for me. Like it just, and that was kind of like his Death Watch, like
Or
trying to
maybe
get into
he
their
just
mindset.
didn't want to write about Death Watch, but he
Yeah.
was like write about Death Watch. She was like, fine, you want fucking Death Watch? Here's Death Watch.
Sure,
And here's
fucking Death
Death Watch.
There's something happening here.
And you know what? Why is their armor all black? They all showed up that way. Ha, funny. No, that's what it's going to be. It's
Yep.
written now.
It's
That's
lore.
canon.
Fuck you guys. I wanted to write a squat piece. You bastards. But it was like, I think they were trying to get into like the Ultramarines mindset, but it was kind of neat because I think like, you know, it's one of those books where you're reading and you're like, oh, this is a little pedantic, Then after a while, you're like, oh, ooh, okay, something's going on here. And I think like the twist in the end kind of made it worthwhile. Like, so it was kind of fun having like watched it, and it was neat also to see like kind of a little bit of heresy and like a little bit before, you know, or I'm sorry, before the heresy, to see like what was going on there and like how like the chapter was kind of adapting, I guess, to the Primarch. So it's kind of, for me, like that wasn't something that I saw much of.
That's a super interesting take as well, especially because I don't think that's been covered really much about like how the legions who have been operating fine up until that point, like, hey, this is your boss now. Have fun. Yeah.
And it was fighting orcs, so it was even better. Orcs were worshipping like big rad missiles. Like, I mean, how cool is that? But I think like, yeah, the twist in the end kind of came. I don't know if you guys are going to read it, right?
I might, but
okay.
spoil it for me.
But I think the neat thing was it was the paradox between like their take on this society they found and the heresy. So it was kind of this ironic moment in it where you're like, because they were, I guess, like they come to this planet and like there's all these like all these orcs are fighting against them, but they're trying to like, Guillimon is trying to change like the dynamic of the Ultramarines, because before he had shown up, like they were a very different thing, and like there's these chapters within them, because you know they're legions. I'm sorry, instead of chapters, but so they're legions within the chapters within the legion. Two of them are like destroyers, so you know, like close combat guys.
Yeah.
And he's like, this is not reason nor rational. This is not noble. We shouldn't have these. And they're Terran-born, and Terran-born are different than Macragge-born, and so we need to get to this like more rational like mindset. And these guys like, what's that?
Weren't they all Terran-born?
I think there was like a change. Like there were Terran-born at first, and then after a while, like they had Macragge, and then like there's the Macragge. So when they discovered Guillimon, like he had already had an army, right? And
Gotcha.
so like those guys kind of came into the chapter as well. So there's like this, you know, like what was and what will be kind of a deal. And even the destroyers, like they have black armor with blue shoulder pads. So it's like these guys look different, they act different, they have different customs and so on.
They're kind of dicks.
Yeah, they push people in the chow line. So eventually, like, you know, they come to this planet, and like they're kind of like Guillimon is like holding the old guys back, the destroyers back, and like, you guys can't be part of these battles. You're dicks. We're gonna go down here with our reason and everything. And of course, like there's that like, oh, we need you guys, come help us. But in the meantime, like they're in this, they found this like civilization, and they're trying to figure out like, what the hell happened to these guys? We want to preserve their culture because we just fucking wiped out Prospero. We can't keep doing this. So we need to have them preserve something, right? So
Like, whoopsie.
My bad, yo.
so then they they go in there, and I think they're trying to find this like artifacts of this noble culture, and like there's no artifacts of noble culture. And then eventually like it kind of comes to the end, and they're like, oh, it was a civil war among the people on the planet, and they killed themselves. And they were like, what a waste. Let's eradicate this place. We can't have blight like this on our name. How dare people make stupid decisions like this? Ha 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 ha. Like, you just wait 1,000 years. So in that regard, it's like, oh, that's cute.
I mean, it's super good with the future history stuff when they like they're able to point out the hypocrisy so well, because they're like, oh, I hate this. This will never be a thing. Like,
20 minutes later.
20 minutes later. Horace and chill. No, that book sounds super good. That was that the Calgar book, right? Or
it was just Roboute Guillimon, the Lord of Ultramar or whatever. Yeah, it came out a couple years ago.
Guillimon.
Yeah.
Calgar. Tomato, tomato.
But it has me interested. Like, I definitely, you know, like I gotta go pick up some of the others now and see, like, I mean, because I like Vulcan's character, you know, like I really dig him, and
Meh.
and I think like I liked, you know, I'd love to pick up like the Ferris Manus one, and just to, you know, people enjoy the chapters of him. Yeah,
that'd be good.
Dealio.
Nice. Well,
What about you, John?
oh man.
You flipped it.
I
That's
did.
right. You're saving the mass for last.
Yeah, the mass for last.
Do you really want me to go with you? How much time do you have?
That's right.
yeah.
We might just skip over you completely.
It's probably the safest bet.
So no,
You do a video cast about it.
I've come back into 40K a little bit.
Oh, what?
I built and assembled an entire table of terrain. That was super fun.
Those look really good, by the way.
On that.
Yeah. So I made Frontline Gaming. I bought one of their tables in a box.
And you're going to release that this weekend, is that right, for Ultramar?
I tested it out last weekend for our local store's kind of regular tournament, but yeah, it's going to be up this weekend again.
Ooh, who won that, by the way?
That was won by
Steve Steverson.
Oh, damn it! I hate
Steve.
Steve.
Time he showed up.
Steverson's the worst.
I think I can't remember. It was someone very. I want to say Danny, but I don't know if it was.
It was probably Danny.
It probably was. We'll just put it on him.
All right.
But yeah, it was the kits were really nice. They went together like super well.
You know, I'd love to see you guys do for the tournaments is like to make out all the awards ahead of time with Danny's name on them, so that when he doesn't hand them out, like, oh yeah, scratch Sharpie. That'd be hilarious.
Do like a peel and stick label.
Peel and stick label, like tabletop style.
There you go. Sorry.
So yeah, like I built, and then I did the very cheap thing, because I know I talked to you, Ted and Danny, about kind of painting it and how to paint terrain, because I'm not very good at large foot, and they were being like, give me some really good advice about like using sponges and darkening down and I just sprayed it gray.
I appreciate that. I think like at one point I was like, "Yo, man, you should try some pigments." And you're like, "Yep, already did it."
No, because like, I copied. Like I saw someone else. Like I just took a brown spray paint and just kind of did a light dust on the bottom of it.
Oh, okay.
Kind of just to show that. And I think, like,
that's what it was.
Because you were describing like, oh, you should do pigment and do this and this and this. I'm like, oh yeah, all I did was I spray brown. So I was like, oh, so you did it, great. I'm like, okay, I just didn't know what that was. And then I took like a white spray paint and did like a light coat of white kind of downwards from the top to lighten it up. But it turned out nice. Like if I was to do it again, I would use some wood filler. There's definitely some gaps there to kind of just make it look a little prettier.
Gaps you didn't see before you started painting, or?
I did, but I was like, it's
It's a good thing. It means she works out her inner thighs.
Yeah,
that's good.
No, but I assembled like 12 buildings in 2 days. It was super bad. But no, great kits, super easy to use. They came with one-headed eagles, which I think was like my favorite part of it. Like super copyright safe.
It's before Mars showed up on the the political spectrum.
And yeah, it was just a really great table. I went to like the mat like already is pre-laid out, so I know where to put all the buildings. So for tournaments or things that I'm running, it's super easy to set up a table, and it looks really good.
Cool.
So I got that done. I pulled out my Eldar, and I'm like, it's time to get good again. And I feel I say this every week, but
no,
every other week.
Yeah, every other week. So I pulled out my Eldar, and kind of try to get a list together for that, which looks super fun. But now I see like the Webway portal coming, so.
Oh shit! I forgot. I got you a Hornet when I was in Adepticon.
What?
Yeah, I found one for like $20.
Oh, shit. Yeah. No, I'm gonna give you $20.
I didn't pay him for the rhino. He got me.
I didn't ask for $20.
That's why I'm better than you. But no. So I made this like super fun Elder list. It's just got a bunch of Rangers and Dire Avengers and a Lynx and a couple of flyers and things, and it should be fun to run. But again, I'm excited for that Webway gate, because from the leaked kind of rules and things, it looks a lot of fun.
I didn't see the leaked rules.
I think they're talking like toughness 8, 16 wounds or 14 wounds. You place it anywhere on the table more than 12 inches away from the enemy deployment zone and 6 inches from an objective, and you have units embarked in it, and they just come out, and you don't have to worry about being like so far away from an enemy.
Oh, crazy.
So I mean, if I was to say get a bunch of D sides on Wraithguard and put them in a Webway portal, just put that sucker in there. Like if you come near it, then I can jump out with like 10 deflamers.
Wow.
Yeah, but you got to tell them it's embarked in there, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
There's a strategy.
Just wouldn't come near it.
Well, it's a fortification apparently, so I can buy 2 of them and just put them at 2 sides of the table.
So could you have them come through either one of them, or is it dedicated?
I mean, if I cheat, probably.
No, I meant the other one.
Yeah. No, I hope
Did I
so.
say the teal one? I'm sorry, I meant the terracotta one.
There's going to be... Yeah, I'm going to paint them both 2 shades of blue. But apparently there's going to be like a stratagem for emergency disembarking. So like if you do get destroyed, you can jump out. Which I'm sure I can combine really with some other BS stratagem.
Synergy.
Yeah, synergy.
Yeah.
So can you put knights in there? That's the picture I saw was the knight.
Yeah, I don't. They haven't released that, but like
Okay.
honestly, if the picture of release is with a knight and it's the size of a knight, I don't see why you wouldn't.
Yeah.
I mean, I still wouldn't take a Wraith Knight. The thing's like 700 points now or something stupid. It's appropriately costed after 2 editions of being terribly costed.
Yes.
So I guess I'm like missing because I think like going back to like what Dave mentioned, like, well, I just won't go near it, and like, so what would be, and hopefully there is like some stratagems that like help you other than just disembarking, but like, so, like. I'm just like wondering, like, it just seems like they're embarked in something that's stationary and they're just stuck there. Like,
In the center of the table.
Oh, it's the center of the table.
Yeah, you deploy it. It's got to be 12 inches away from the enemy deployment zone, 6 inches away from an objective.
Oh shit! So it actually just gives you a little bit of, like, if you disembark that first turn, you
right?
can be in
and especially with the FAQ where you can't deep strike out of like your own deployment zone turn one.
Yeah,
that gives me a little way
that.
of delivering like Wraith Blades
Sick.
or D-Scythes or Striking Scorpions or anything,
or a
you
Falcon full of guys with more stuff.
Oh man, yeah, disembark to disembark to disembark.
Yeah, like a Russian doll.
Yeah, dog. I heard you like disembarking. But but like I said, there's a lot of
Dave's excited about this idea. He's like, "Fuck Primaris, I'm gonna get an Eldar army."
No, I'm just trying to think of what else Eldar could get in. Like, other can Scorpions get inside a smaller grav tank that gets inside of a bigger grav tank?
What would be nice is like you get like the webway portal, and you get like a Stokar Stormbird, and then you put like a Rhino with like your shit inside that.
That's Stokar Stormbird faction Biltan, so it can use it.
That's right. It's the Sharpie edition.
Can the Death Watch use the portal so they can get a Corvus Death Star that is
no
has bikes, and inside the bikes there's a pigeon, and inside
there's
the pigeon there's
the guy on the bike. He
and the
gets
green
off the
grass
bike.
grows all around and around. The green grass grows all around.
Yeah. So that's my Eldar stuff. I've also we're getting ready, my friend Nate and I, to run our last 2 Ultramar events for the year.
Forever.
And then because we originally worked with local stores to run them through June, and we kind of talked to the local stores and we're like, okay, we're gonna take July off. Mainly because there's a huge Magic release that month that totally clashes. So like, well, we can't really do July. So I'm like, okay, let's just we'll stop it here, and it's gonna let us refocus and kind of change it up a little bit, I think. And focus. I think we're gonna focus on running more cool guy events. So not necessarily like the same format every month, but like one thing I really want to run, which I've been talking to Nate about, is like a tournament where the loser wins. And everything you do gives victory points to your opponent, or vice versa.
Oh, I gotcha.
Right. So or like so you're penalized for not playing the game properly, but you don't want to win. And like I want to do things like add like a stratagem like once per tournament use where it gives your opponent D6 victory points. Because how pissed would you be about playing like your game, and then at the end someone goes like, "Oh, you get 2 extra victory points. Yeah, you win."
Oh man! That's painful.
So you're devising a tournament specifically
so I could win.
So that either you or I could win. Is that what the deal is? Got it.
Yeah.
Like, I wonder if I can get more trolls than Trump. I know one way to do it. I have a tournament that just gives people victory points at rando.
so yeah, that's the thing. And then one of our local guys is looking at running a Necromunda thing. So I'm finally going to get on the bandwagon for that.
That's going to be cool, man.
That explains why you wanted that. Okay.
Yeah. I was like, can I have that Goliath gang now? So now, so
which is great because I like when I was at Adepticon, I picked up all the bounty hunters. So that'd be fun. Yeah.
I'm waiting for Deluxe to come. That was always my gang. Trenchcoat Bald Mafia. Yeah, that's always
very
me.
British.
That'd be
Do you mean Deloc?
That'd be curious how they change them because like each one has been like they've been tweaked a little bit.
Yeah, they've been like Mad Maxed a little. Like the Van Sars, like I wasn't a huge fan of their new aesthetic.
I like it a lot more than the other one. But I mean, like hourglass shapes and like this crazy like V torsos.
You mean the very skinny German man in bodysuits and elbow pads,
the broad shoulders,
carrying a plasma cannon twice his size?
Their butt sticking out. That guy really works out.
Yeah, like I said,
Hans
I
looking good.
really enjoyed like how the Goliaths looked, how the Ashers looked. But then like the Orlocks and the Van Sars haven't really blown me away. And I know I'm not trying to be like, fuck you, blow me, impress me, do your thing, because I know people like him. But like for me, it's just like,
The Van Sars just look like they tried too hard. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard to describe, but they just look like they're just trying too hard. The let's see, Orlocks.
Oh, the Orlocks look good.
I
I thought they're definitely different than the other Orlocks.
Right.
I thought the Orlocks looked pretty good. As far as sculpts go, the Escher gang looks great, but it just doesn't appeal to me.
Like I said, I think
knew it wouldn't. I knew it wouldn't.
I know.
I think the Eschers and the Goliaths.
Boobs are too small.
I read I guess there was a study on like boob size and income level, and they say people who like with lower education and lower income tend to like bigger boobs than rich people. And I don't know, it was really kind of weird.
Well, I just want to point out that I have sizable student loan debt.
And small boobs.
And no degree.
So do you like big boobs?
No comment.
But it was weird because I didn't realize that would be like an outcome. I thought like the size of the boobs was universal, and like, but I guess.
Oh no, everyone's boobs are different.
Well, desire for boobs. Nutsack.
But and the Goliath sculpts, I liked the aesthetic they were going for. Like they felt more Goliath-y than the previous editions because they were supposed to be these big hulking, you know.
So like I said, I think with the first two
dudes.
gangs, they were very unique and different, whereas the Vansars and the Orlocks were similar almost.
Right.
Like I felt if I put the two together as a big squad of cultists on a 40k table, no one would really bat an eye.
Yeah.
So
that would be like at one point I had like a Mad Max Imperial Guard army where I was just like grabbing like Necromunda models and like, you know, all these like different like, you know, Imperial Guard models and stuff like that, and everything was just like ramshackle because it was like I think at one point I was like, wow, I really love orcs. So why do I like orcs? Because it looks like Mad Max. Why don't I just start a Mad Max army? But
makes sense.
Yeah, like with the new models coming out, like I could really see going back and revisiting that idea and just like buying up all these guys, give them like all auto guns, and that's
you just gotta find somewhere that sells like shitloads of third-party las guns.
Well, yeah, I mean you can go lasguns, but like our lasguns, but like a lot of them have auto rifles too, so which I think are the same stat line, right?
I think so. I mean, even if it's just a cool guy army, like, hey, hey man, they're all las guns. Don't worry about it.
Counts as lasgun.
Just remember to shoot them.
Well, yeah, right. But yeah, that's pretty much all I've been up to.
I'm excited about that.
Yeah, no, I'm excited too. It's gonna be super fun for me because I'll finally win by losing.
Well, if that's everything, let's take a break.
Yeah, and we'll come right back
with something.
Yeah, maybe.
Yo, dog, what's up? It's the M to the A to the GOS here to surprise your boy, Jerry Annis. Haha, he has no idea. We about to pimp his night.
Hi, I'm Jerry. I'm 22 years old, and my night is a little worse for wear. It got handed down through several generations of my family. You see, we've been protecting the citizens of this world for centuries now. It's gonna get a lot harder to keep the village folks safe now, though, with the outdated gun. I mean, I don't even have a Kerberos gun. It's tough. Worst of all, my father was very angry at my mother during the body ceremony, so she left him for a funeral. Those emotions remain. At my own bonding, I felt pretty confused by the feelings I was having, and to be honest with you, I can't look at my mother the same way again. We used to be close, but now that I has ruined.
Yo, it's your boy, the Magos.
Imperial Might, is this real? Holy shit.
Yo, it's real, Jerry. Now give me your keys. We're gonna pimp your night. Let's go to West Sector Customs.
It's actually nearly bonded to me.
Let's bring West Sector Customs here. All right, yo. So, check it. Our boy Jerry here needs a fly night so he can keep on representing his family and protecting the small folk from Xenos invasion, alright? So, weapons. What you got, priest?
So what Jerry got here is a stock 33 Millennium Knight Paladin with a broken heavy stubble and a battle can that battle cannot. What I'm going to do is drop the Reaper Chainsaw low to the ground so that when the small folks go cruising by, they know who's the boss.
Nice.
Then we're going to take the heavy stubble out and we're going to put in a holographic projector that constantly projects the image of his mom's in front of the knight at all times and get your boys rage up.
All the better to smite the enemies of the Emperor with.
Exactly. And as for the battle cannon, we got to modify it so instead of firing bullets, it's going to fire beats. 36,000 decibels of sick beats dropping out that speaker.
Word. All right. What are we doing with that machine spirit IT guy?
Jerry's Knight is slow to respond and hasn't had an update in years, so we're going to do what we do best.
Preach it.
Turn it off and then on again. Should speed up the reaction time.
All right, boy. Paint. What are we doing?
Jerry's Knight represents the color of the house and family, and it's important that we respect the traditions and heritage.
I asked paint. What are we doing?
Like green.
Sounds tight-eyed. Let's get to work. Yo, Jerry, we've been working hard on your night, and he is ready. Are you?
So ready. We have an incoming orc invasion. I must protect my world.
All right, here is the curtain, and here is your night.
What have you done? Why is the Reaper so low? Why are my ears bleeding, and why is it green?
Well, we out, yo. You officially been pinned. Ah.
Why is my mother 30 feet tall in front of me?
And we're back.
That was such a great ad.
Is it a real? Oh man! So what are we hitting next?
Dave, you had.
We're hitting Dave.
We're hitting Dave.
Stop it.
Right in the gooch.
We just had the break.
So you went on an adventure.
Yeah.
To Albuquerque.
I
How
started
was
in
Albuquerque? Did you really?
No.
I didn't think so.
I went to the murder shack in Albuquerque.
Oh, I think you're. That's right. That's
They
an inside
make
joke.
great
everybody.
hot dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was. I think like a friend of mine had posted that. It was in like a what the fuck was that site? Airbnb.
Airbnb.
Yeah, and basically like it was like a bomb shelter that like concrete floors, one window with bars on it, a door with a padlock on the outside.
You know,
like,
keeping zombies out.
You're like $5 a night.
it was like this rural, like this field.
It was stupid expensive, actually.
It was. It was. But it wasn't the bathrooms. Like it didn't have a bathroom. It just had like one of those like
bucket?
outdoors. Like no, it had like a. It was like an outdoor tent type thing, but it was designed for.
Right, but you still had to put a bucket in there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there was still a bucket with a lid on it.
That was hilarious. It was expensive, but I think the idea was like you would have your friends come and everybody would stay in this murder shack. There's like this conspicuous like stain on the floor right by the drain.
The best part was the guy had a
was
real
that
house
blood?
next door.
What color was it? Was it white, brown, or red?
It was murdery.
So not white, because that gives life.
Unless you're Bill Cosby. So anyway, inside joke aside,
didn't actually start in Albuquerque, as we said. Myself, Jess, and Cody packed up our things and boarded a boat to sail on the best or to travel the best possible way across the ocean, fastest, safest.
By rigid airship.
That's right.
Oh man, whoosh! Just for the record, if dirigible had been an option,
I would do it, man.
me too. I mean, let's do this. Oh no! So,
It's not full of explodey stuff, right? Just curious. And you left the
helium.
Nazis like off the ship, right?
Yeah.
I don't want Harrison Ford to like blow this thing up.
Later. Oh no, my army was on there.
Oh man, see, if I was on a Zeppelin and I saw Harrison Ford anywhere near the fucking thing,
Taking the bus.
Gonna just take this slack line, slide back down to the ground. Don't mind me.
I gotta get to the plane before he does. So anyway, so you got to the ocean.
Okay, so the trip starts out badly to begin with.
Is this one of these things where like it starts out and everybody's fine, then as soon as you get into international waters, you guys like get into like some weird
mad sex party.
cult? Okay,
Yeah, no.
like illegal gambling and changing of people's organs.
All right. Well, I don't know about you, Tim, but I'm not a pack the night before kind of person.
Oh,
You know,
yeah,
get
totally.
I thought you were going to say like a deviant sex fiend.
Oh, no, I'm totally a deviant sex fiend.
Ted makes all those allegations, and it's kind of like, you are an ugly, stupid motherfucker. And you're like, hey, I am not stupid.
It's like, what happens in international waters? Well, I can't say it stays there because now I have an itch.
So I spent the Saturday morning like packing, getting all my laundry done, getting ready to go, making sure the army's all packed up, and we were flying out at 9 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
And the Delta told us at 11:45 that our 9 p.m. flight had been canceled.
Oh,
And we had to go to the airport by 2.
Ooh. Yeah, no bueno.
So I threw everything I could into a bag and got everything up, and just we got going and
wow.
got over there, got on the boat, sailed around. Had this fantastic movie channel called My Favorite Movies.
Yeah.
Which is nobody's favorite movies.
Really? What are they? Is it all like
it was
made for TV movies and shit?
No. It was like real mainstream movies, but like ones that didn't do very well. And Guardians of the Galaxy too.
Oh, okay.
So that was the best.
That's nice. Sorry, guys. We spent all our money on Guardians of the Galaxy too. So you get Crossroads.
Yeah.
Moonlight.
Yeah.
The Emoji Movie.
Oh, Pixel.
Oh man.
I watched that movie so many times.
What emoji movie? What?
Oh yeah, we're all
so
we're
much
all
respect.
TV sleepers, man. It's got to be on, so like it'd be on. Or just turn the TV on, turn the volume down, so we can sleep at night.
Yeah, but I do Parks and Rec, not the fucking Emoji Movie.
Yeah,
Jesus
seriously.
Christ, man. Give yourself nightmares.
Too bad they don't have static anymore.
We had-
That'd be a nice option. We have emoji movie or static. Static it is. Maybe we'll see a boob if
There
we're
was
lucky.
no static channel.
Oh,
There
dude.
was an option.
You need to release like a static show and sell it to Netflix. Episode 1, Europe. Episode 2, South America.
It would be a
slight
hot
difference.
contender for like the what is it, the aquarium and the Yule log.
It's really popular in Denver in late April.
Each static is slightly different depending on what country you're in. So
This one has a slight sepia tone.
yeah, it's nice.
These are 2 pixel white statics.
So completely off topic. So,
Oh yeah,
so
absolutely.
we get on the boat, we're cruising along.
Chug.
I'm taking pictures with my Legion of Dave model.
Nice.
That was rad.
Yeah.
That was kind of fun to watch.
The Adventures of
Yeah.
Dave. The Dave we care about.
Yeah,
Model Dave.
Matter of fact, can you bring him and leave? He's so much funnier.
I would,
Just-
but I haven't. I'm afraid to look at the army. So
Why?
just
Oh, you haven't opened the box yet?
no, I haven't opened it since I got back.
Ooh. Yeah.
There'll be a couple arms missing. It's all right.
Yeah. So I every place I went, I took pictures. Tried to
Yeah.
just to kind of. Nobody wants to see pictures of just me. It's like I'm going to put something cool in here. Look at what this. I think one of my favorite ones is the one by the hot tub where he's just kind of got the towel like wrapped around him, like he's getting ready to jump in, going hot tubbing. But so sailed hit the Azores, which is Portugal, the island.
Okay.
Not Portugal, the
The
man.
man. No,
Yeah.
it's a
Portugal isn't an
somewhat
island.
local thing, but
So-
not local.
Portugal is a part of mainland Europe.
Yeah, I know
I
that.
just want to say it really fucking irritates me. They're calling it an island.
Well, because the Azores are an island in
Yes,
the
but
middle of
it's
the
not,
Atlantic.
it's not Portugal, the
It is-
island.
It is owned by Portugal,
Sure.
so that's Portugal, the
But
mainland.
I own my
Portugal, the
car,
island.
but I don't call my car John. Though I
Well, that'd
should.
be weird. That'd be weird if
Yeah,
you did.
yeah.
Hi, I'm John. I'm in my car, John. This is my other car, John.
I'm inside John.
Yeah. So,
I think it's on how you want to reference it. Because
Right,
you
yeah.
were talking about your truck as a car.
that's because
It's
I was
not a car.
I wasn't awake when I was driving over here.
You just referred to it as a car.
I know that's what I'm saying. I was like, I'm in my car driving
John's
over.
the same way. He's got a truck, not a car.
Oh,
Ugh,
I see what
fucking
you're saying.
amateurs over
I
here.
was still asleep. I don't know what John's excuse is. He's just dumb.
Very
It's
tired.
fine.
Uneducated, big boob loving weirdos.
America. So,
Got my car truck and my big boob. My car truck in one hand, a big boob in the other.
Oh man, isn't that the dream?
I know, like, how is this an insult, Ted?
it's perfect.
Kind of sounds all right.
So tea, the Azores is like one of the leading producers of tea in the world.
Okay.
So
Right there with Stash.
I got to make my own tea bag.
So you paid how many $1,000s to make your own fucking cup of tea? Not even just a cup of tea, but to put the leaves in the bag.
I don't know if you know this, John, but I didn't pay anything.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah. The wife paid
Yeah.
thousands of dollars so that he could make his own tea bag instead of her this
All
time.
right, carry on.
And then I may have topped it on her forehead.
Did you really?
Yes.
Good boy.
Completely
good boy.
did.
I'd pat you on the back, but I don't want to move.
Or touch you
good
because
Know that I'm
international
patting you on the
waters.
back of my head. Yeah, that's right. That itch doesn't come out.
So after 5 days at sea, everybody was covered in semen and sweat.
Tea bags.
Gross.
Took a trip after that. And, boat headed up to Ireland,
Yeah.
which was cold and rainy.
Ah, yes, Ireland.
Yes. I don't know if anybody knows anything about Ireland.
They make it that way.
I love the island stop though.
Yeah.
Well, so we get off the boat.
Was
and,
it the mainland of Ireland or the island of Portugal? Where were we?
Ireland, the island. No,
The island of Ireland.
no, it was the mainland. So we
No, it's legitimately an island. Maybe you need intensive geography tutoring, sir.
Fuck it. I got a boob in my ignorance. That's all I need.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought this was America.
This is Manhattan.
have some beads.
Bloop.
So
I got it.
so we separate from Jess, who wants to go see castles.
Okay, after we
Separated
talked
from your wife.
For a day.
right after you made an anal
'cause,
bead joke. I like the transition there. That's, so Cody and I had some anal beads separated from the wife.
We got to go over here. We so
Craft hour in the butthole.
we're at the port of Cobe.
Cobe. That's a mainland Portugal, right?
Yeah, it's the last stop of the Titanic before it sank. So
Oh, wow.
I think their
it's
last stop
historical.
was a fucking iceberg.
They didn't actually stop there. The boat kept moving.
Not by choice.
Down.
Hey, down is a direction.
Yeah. It's on the y-axis.
So I walk up to a cabbie out there and I was like, "Hey, could you take us to City Central?" And because we didn't want to walk because we're fat, lazy Americans. I didn't want to get wet.
That's
And
3 blocks over there.
He goes, "Yeah, literally." I was like, "It's gonna be like it's a euro to drive there. Let's go. It's worth it." He goes, "Sure, no problem." We jump in
There's minimum fares, dude.
and we drove for 20 minutes. And I was like, "Where are we going?" And then he drops us off in the middle of Cork,
City center of not where you're at.
not the city we were in.
Cork's beautiful, though.
Oh, it really
it's a
was.
pretty town.
Oh, dude, it
I've
was
drank
amazing.
there before.
So have I. Now.
Yeah.
It was good stuff.
I haven't.
We'll get you there someday, Ted. Yeah, no,
I got my Ireland in one hand and my boob in the other. It's great.
toured around there, walked around there for a long time and spent I spent more money there than any place else, actually.
Because Ireland's really fucking expensive.
No, not even that. I actually came away with more stuff.
Huh.
What'd you get?
Just
Stuff.
souvenirs.
Socks. Lots of socks.
Yeah. Oh, man. If GW Cork had been open, I would have come away with some models, I'm sure.
Oh, man. One-man stores.
Yeah.
Oh.
Didn't open till 2. I was like, oh, I have to be back on the boat by then.
Oh, sad face. I'll have to order it online.
And then we took the train back. And
Okay.
I watched some old Irish ladies screaming at each other because the doors wouldn't open, and they
Yeah.
missed their stop, and it was pretty funny.
Oh. Did you antagonize them?
Nope, I just left
That's a great
because
story.
I don't know how to work the train.
That's a shitty story, dude.
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
Make it better. That was
Sorry.
shitty. That was really dumb. Like
and then
I don't
found-
know what to do with that.
And then I found
like it was a waste of
$5.
time.
I apologize.
All right, that's better. $5.
All right.
Hey, cool.
Yeah, $5.
They had $5 laying around a street in Ireland
Yes, it was on the train.
on a train.
Yeah,
So-
and I gave them the $5, so they were all
Really?
happy afterwards.
Really?
Yeah.
They're like, oh, great American money.
Yeah, they were like, "What are we gonna do with this?"
This is worthless.
Yeah.
Where you come from, let alone here.
Oh.
Irish people are mean.
Yeah,
John pretending to be Irish is meaner.
That's because I'm mean.
sailed over to Portland in the UK, which
They have such a thing?
it's called Portland.
Oh, okay.
It was a shithole. I hate it. I'm never going back.
You know why? It's just a port.
Yeah,
Oh.
It's literally all it is.
it was a port
Wow.
that you had to wait in line to do everything.
Yeah.
No hipsters? No good food?
Nope.
Nope.
Oh,
It's
so
literally
there's no-
just a port.
There are no
chickens?
good stories from Portland.
You are full of bad stories now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've
Go-
got good stories next. So we
Okay.
go to
Thank you.
we go over to France
Thank
next,
you.
which was just full of
French people.
awesomeness.
Hmm.
Yeah, I didn't think. I was fully expecting the stereotypical rude French people, but apparently in Le Havre or Le Havre,
I love that cheese.
it's so good, right? That was our goal: was to have some wine, have some cheese,
Uh-huh.
have some badass croissants.
It's
All-
actually called a croissant because
Croissant.
there's a Q in Europe.
So was your wife there by this time?
Yeah, everybody queues in Europe. It's a thing for them. They love getting in lines, John.
Aw. I don't know if John
shit,
listened to that episode.
No, I listen.
We
Thank you, Donovan.
no, Jess was with us for that.
Okay.
She walked around with us, and we just
Oh,
kind of
Dermot, sorry.
found. I found a hobby shop.
Yeah?
Bought some fancy brushes.
I saw that.
Windsor Newtons?
Bourgeois.
They were not Windsor Newtons.
Oh,
but they
so
were
they're-
Kolinsky Sables.
I'm going to fucking leave them and sing in water, tip down, and overthrow your oppressive regime of brushes.
Rum and mayonnaise and shit.
The thing that I liked was I found a size
20
/10/0.
Whoa,
So one
Yeah,
one bristle.
It was one bristle. Yeah, basically, it was like the
What?
perfect
It
eyeball
had
brush.
10 O's and a 1?
No, 10/0.
10/0?
It's a, I don't know, it's a size. You know, you got
Okay.
number like 1, 2, and then if you go down, you're like 5 of 0. You go 0 is the normal, 2,
I wonder,
1, 0, and then
is
half.
that like a scientific notation for like that
Maybe.
many zeros or
Yeah,
something
I
like
don't
that? There are 10 zeros.
I don't know, but it was
Yeah.
super small, like the smallest brush I've ever seen.
Oh wow.
I was like, oh, I can't wait to paint some eyes with this.
Wow.
I'm gonna screw everything up. And then the TSA broke them, so
No. Right then and there? Like, I haven't even got on the plane, motherfuckers.
they just
We're breaking it
they
early.
ran into the shop and kicked me down and broke them.
American TSA?
Obviously.
Oh, man. It's just like, fuck your French brushes.
They're proactive.
Right?
That's
no,
my tax dollars.
yeah,
Thank
when
you
I-
guys. I feel like I'm at home.
When I got
Just when
home
I was
and
getting
opened up the
homesick.
suitcase.
Oh, son of a bitch.
There was one in a case that's a Kolinsky Sable number 2
Yeah.
that was in a tube that is fine, but the other ones they're just smashed.
Oh, son of a bitch.
But that's beside the point. So, Croissant's Awesomeness got some amazing shots of Legion of Dave over there.
Okay.
I think one of the ones that I like the most is there's one in like this cathedral that has it's like the steeple goes 4 stories up or whatnot. And it's just hollow. You can't even walk up there. I don't even know what the point is.
Because it looks really pretty.
Yeah,
and the time it was built, people had to go for miles around to churches without Google.
That was back in the day when it took like, what, 300 or like 100 years or something like that for the concrete to set, right? It had the green concrete.
Yeah, something dumb
That
like
thing
that.
was retarded. Yeah, they had like scaffolding for like decades.
Yeah. But people could see that church from their
Yeah.
little village from miles around.
It's going to be
do that.
standing a lot longer than most of the towers we create. So.
The stained glass work that I saw in all the churches was
Beautiful, right?
Oh, it's just amazing. Well, and so
Penises.
this is the weird thing to me, and weird to me. So like we went into Notre Dame, not the real one,
It's Notre Dame.
right? Notre Dame. So which we were just like, what is Notre Dame doing here in Le Havre? We thought it was in
I don't know how it's pronounced.
France. So
Okay. Yeah.
maybe we were, we weren't in the actual one. It turns out,
yeah.
But like the minute we walked in there, it was just like silent.
We have satellite stores in all different countries.
Satellite.
The franchise.
Satellite to hunchbacks.
Satellite monuments.
Yeah.
I'd have like a little Statue of Liberty.
Is that the
and,
Leaning Tower of Pisa? No. This is the Leaning Tower of Lyon.
It's a satellite store in
know.
France.
But it was just weird to just walk into a place and have it be just utterly silent with people moving around in it. Like lots of people
Because they were
inside
being
of it.
respectful.
It just, I've met Americans before. They are none of those things. It's just,
Hey, why are you guys talking?
yeah. Wow, it feels all Jesus-y up in here.
Hey, why ain't there no levels in that spire?
Somebody pull my finger. I got a fart.
No, it's just,
I'm sure that, like,
that was my greatest fear in those places, actually, dude.
utter reverence and says, and then they.
My luck, it would have been like
It's
a big
the
old
floor.
juicy, just a juicy.
This place echoes.
I'll see myself out. So yeah, no, but
You have to be. You gotta have like a sign. Like you have to be this not American in order to write this. Like, anyway, I'm working on the verbiage still. Laugh later if you wouldn't mind.
ugh, I choked on my fake laugh. No, like one of the favorites is like the light sunlight coming in through the stained glass, like kind of just put a nice little illumination on him in the cathedral there.
Who's him?
Legion of Dave model.
Oh, okay,
one of the
gotcha.
pictures that I took.
All right.
And I didn't put any of the Legion of Dave ones up on the Mob Rules Facebook page, I don't believe. So I'll probably do that in
I
bulk.
was seeing him in Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doing them. Well,
It's Twitter adventures.
it was just easier than to try to create a giant post. I figured I'd save it all till later.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so we had a good time. I got some brushes, had some amazing croissants.
Yeah.
Apparently
had
they were
some
folding brushes.
Yeah,
They're
It'd be
travel
fine if
size.
Oh man, they snapped them off at the what's the metal, the Pinel,
I don't know.
right?
No, but it's something like that.
Something like that. Snapped them off literally right there.
Perineum.
Did you try not
It's
smuggling
right in
coke
between
in
the
your
anus and
brushes?
the cock.
I tried not smuggling it. Honestly, I think it was a TSA agent who's seen Ted's videos. He's like, "Oh, I can't let Dave have these."
It was me.
John got a
That's
part-time
why I'm
job.
so tired. It's because I have a part-time job as a TSA
He's
agent.
going to be coming through Vancouver any day now. There he is.
You're like, how come there aren't any tanks in this? Snap, snap, snap. Supposed to bring me tanks.
Even though I moved away from playing that army, I still want to hit those tanks.
Yeah.
You almost got them
Oh
because they were surprisingly not expensive.
no, they're
How much
they're
were they?
It was like 60.
60, 70 pounds or something.
Wow.
That's
Why didn't you give me
surprisingly-
one?
Because they're very massively bulky boxes. As it's a Land Raider and a Rhino.
Yeah.
I was trying to make it
It's
feel
one.
awkward.
It's one box and it's huge. It's bigger than this. It's think of it
Bigger than
larger
the city.
no.
Bigger than this table.
Forge Bane was bigger than like the boxes. The starter boxes.
Yeah.
They were bigger than that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. They're
So
pretty
Land Raider and a
sizable.
Rhino with some shit.
Yeah.
By some shit, you mean 2 upgrade sprues? Or if I think 1 upgrade sprue.
Massive upgrades, bro.
Massive.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sexy.
But
So back on the boat, and we head over to Southampton, which is the Eagle River of London. Is the way I've been describing it, because it's a Southampton, London. And it's,
it's a very pretty town.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Terrible
Sorry, it was-
football team.
What were you?
You
just fell asleep again?
I've had flashbacks to driving in it.
Yeah, don't ever drive in the UK, you madman.
We get the car. After walking like 6 miles with our luggage to find the place because we went past it because our GPS wasn't working. Thanks, Google Maps. We get the car and Jess is driving and she's getting used to it. And I don't know if you've noticed, you drive to one side or the other of the road normally. Usually,
Probably
like
the
when you're in a
correct
lane.
side for the country.
No. I mean, when you're driving in a lane, you
don't get it. What?
Well, you tend to favor like one side over the other of a lane normally.
Yeah.
By nature. So she couldn't see the
Usually
left side of the car.
middle of the lane. Don't you
Well, the
just
middle-
drive in the middle of the lane? Don't you drive in the middle of the
Some people tend to favor one side or the other. If you actually look when you're driving, Ted, instead of Facebooking.
lane? I don't
No,
Facebook on my
that's
text.
me.
Oh,
I got
sorry.
rid of I got rid of Facebook.
So she at home favors the left-hand side because that's the side she's on.
I learned how to drive in the middle.
That explains a lot.
Okay, so I guess that's the side. Really? If it was a triangle.
She nailed 2 curbs in a row.
Holy shit.
I was like,
Does she do this normally?
you got no. I was like, you have to be on
Roads
the other
are
side,
skinnier
please.
in the UK also.
Yeah, they're also skinnier.
So what was normal for Jess and probably she would have driven fine in America. It doesn't work in the UK.
Well, so it doesn't help when the curbs do that jut out thing for the crosswalks. That's where she nailed the curbs.
Oh,
out. Like she was like, I'm
okay.
going along, I'm just fine.
Oh,
Smash. I was like, that was a small kid. Just keep driving.
That lady's been drinking.
Just keep driving.
It's okay.
And it took us like 5 hours to get to Nottingham, and in a mad race from getting off the boat, finding the car to get to my
This is changing tires like
live
3
stream
times.
game. Oh no, I was like, don't stop. If it goes flat, well,
Just jump on the rails.
It's a rental. We're insured.
you got American Express, right? We're fine.
How is it like if you were to get a motorcycle there? How would it be easier driving?
Oh yeah.
Have you ever driven a motorcycle, John, in the UK?
Yeah.
Well, you normally
Okay.
ride a motorcycle rather than drive.
Yeah.
Well,
But it's not bad.
I
Like
get
I
a
said,
steering wheel for it. It's
like
You actually you have ridden a motorcycle in the
in
UK?
my younger days. It was mainly my concern was like because it's legal to go. Well, at the time it was legal, or maybe it wasn't, but to go in between lanes
It still
and kind of
is.
get to the front.
Oh, okay.
And it used to really piss people off. Like people would start pulling out more to stop
Yeah.
me getting through.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
opened my door like twice. I think I killed like 4 bikers.
Yeah.
Like, it's okay. I don't have to wash off the blood.
Yeah. It's on the inside. They'll never see it.
Damn.
Rental car.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then you went to Nottingham.
We
for,
made it
for some reason
to Nottingham.
unbeknownst.
Which of course is the
I
mecca.
didn't plan
of-
this at all, sweetie. I have no idea what this place is.
Oh no, this was planned the minute
Yeah.
she was like, "We're landing in UK." I was like, "Well, we're going to Warhammer World, obviously." Why would we do that? Because otherwise, we're getting a divorce.
Please don't leave me. Can we just go to Nottingham?
Sorry, I made that threat.
Strong arm didn't work.
So we raced up there. It said it was a 2-hour drive from Southampton to Nottingham. And then everybody said, "Oh no, you got to add at least 3 hours to anything it tells you." And I went, "Okay, that doesn't make any sense. You got to add at least 3 hours to anything it tells you because everything is a freaking roundabout and everything is freaking roundabouts."
So is it all Seattle that's like gauging the distances?
I don't know. It's just I was like, oh god. Well, and there was tons of traffic. Stuff slowed down for no reason to 5 miles an hour because of weird merge lanes and roundabouts.
It's all John's fault.
It's all my fault.
It's all you. Yeah. John, stop making roundabouts.
I'm sorry.
John is like the roundabout fairy, just flying above, farting out roundabouts.
I do enjoy them. They are more efficient if you're good at driving through them.
It's true.
He's right. They should be more efficient.
Yeah.
However,
did you notice that he bought a house next to 2 roundabouts?
I did.
Yeah.
I feel
love
comfortable with them.
I love them so much. People honk at me, and I'm like, I'm doing this correctly. Why are you honking?
and the zippering. No zippering in the U.S.
Oh, yeah.
But over there,
It's polite.
everybody zippers.
And it's efficient.
It's efficient and polite.
Oh man, it was so efficient.
I don't think it's so much that you're coming from an American perspective so much as an Alaskan perspective, which are the worst fucking drivers on the planet.
I
assholes.
disagree.
Whatever. You just proved part of it.
As an Alaskan driver, I disagree.
As would.
Though I saw traffic in Paris when there was 7 lanes. There's a 7-lane wide roundabout.
Nope.
So the Arc de Triomphe in Paris has 7-lane roundabout going around the outside
I haven't
of
seen
it.
highways that wide.
Yeah, I looked at it and I'm like, I'm never driving here ever. I think I would be stuck in that roundabout for 2 hours.
This is a whirlpool.
It's the National Lampoon's European Vacation.
Yeah.
Isn't that where he got stuck? Where he's just like, just let me over.
I bet if you looked at weather maps, you'd actually find that a lot of the changes in the weather patterns happen right there.
So here is a side anecdote on the boat in the smoking section because you have to vape in smoking sections now. Was a British woman who was taking the cruise back home because it's cheaper than flying apparently.
Oh wow!
And we were talking. Wow. She's like, "Oh, I live in London. It's pretty easy driving. You should be okay." No, I'm not doing a very good British accent. Well, or female for that matter. But
do a Texan.
All right, okay. All right. I live in London. Driving's pretty good. The only thing you got to worry about is BMW drivers.
All, but
nope.
Fucked it all up.
I was trying Southern London. It's just you got to watch out for BMW drivers. And I was like, really, BMW drivers? Okay. She was mad right. If you own a BMW and you live in the UK. And you're listening to this. First off, I'm shocked. But
or some parts in the United
That
States.
car is ridiculously expensive where you're from. Please send us money.
Oh, yeah. That's what I was going to say. It didn't have anything to do with fudge orange.
What?
F off.
Okay.
No, yeah. I was just like, wow. And they're everywhere. BMWs are everywhere over there. I was like, are they not expensive over here in the UK?
I mean, Germany's closer.
Yeah, they're not there.
Is there a German
factory?
factory?
It's an import car here. You see a lot of trucks and stuff. A lot of commercial vehicles are BMW too over there, and Mercedes and stuff like that. But
German engineering. It's better.
Maybe the world would be a better place. So anyway, Nottingham. I get there.
Too soon, Dave. Too soon. We just fought that war 70 years ago.
We're still talking about the heresy. Come on, that was 11,000 years ago now.
Yeah, in the future.
11,000 years in the future after the fact. So Nottingham, I get there just in the nick of time, and I'm like, "Hey, I'm here. Let's play Martin." And Martin's like, "Okay, so you're still playing on stream. Things are good, but I have to leave." I was like, "Okay, who am I playing?" So I got to play against Rue, who is one of the nicest people. In fact, everybody that works there for the Warhammer TV, because I met everybody except for Peachy and Duncan.
Okay.
They were sequestered away in their painting corridor
because they heard I was coming, and they were like.
But I saw that you got to see the studio though.
I didn't actually get to see the studio.
You put your
no. Carrie took it in there and took the picture for me.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, she was like, "Give me your phone and give me that." I was like, "Well, it seems." Okay. And
I just met you.
Yeah.
Better have boobs on the time I get this back.
Yeah. So she took it in there and put it on Duncan's painting studio and took the picture for me because nobody's allowed in there who is not Duncan.
I bet it's like air sealed and everything. Like you have to put on like a hazmat suit. They take
It
all
took
the
her like 2 hours to do the picture, so I imagine that's the case.
You have to go in. They take all the oxygen out of the decompression.
On an
chamber.
unrelated note, someone stole Dave's identity.
Joke's on them. It's not worth anything. So.
Well,
It would be possible to steal my identity. I did leave me. I did leave me on the cruise ship. I did leave
a
my.
lot of your semen.
Where else would you find
waters.
semen? Yeah, except on a boat, Ted. Come on.
In a pillowcase in the back of Tier 1 Cars and Games. What? What? I didn't hear that story at all. I just made that up. That was not a thing. You didn't tell me about.
Yikes! No, I did leave my ID because everything over there has got you got like to turn on the lights. Put your card in this slot.
Type in your social security number.
Right. Yeah.
To flush toilet, add the security code in the back of your credit card.
Prove you're not a robot. Say this CAPTCHA.
I feel safe. This is great.
Worst that could happen is they improve my credit, actually. So.
Right there with you, dog.
Your credit went up by 72 points.
What?
Neat.
Thanks for that new credit card, credit thief.
So I get there and I'm kind of touring around the hall, and the place is just filled with majesty. I mean,
The bathroom?
No. Warhammer World.
Oh, right. We're back to that.
In Warhammer World, you just
You're talking about your hotel room again.
you walk up the
Majesty.
stairs, right through a giant Games Workshop store, into the gaming hall, with Forge World staring at you on your right hand side.
Oh, son of a bitch.
And you're not allowed to videotape anything. I've found out after videotaping stuff. And
Were they like, please stop that?
Yeah, it was polite. It was like I wasn't tackled and thrown to the ground or anything.
Wow. So it's not Alaska.
Yeah, no, it was not.
I would like to buy a beer, sir. Choked out and dead. Welcome to Anchorage.
Yeah. So I recorded that and posted it up there, and he was like, as I recorded it, and he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, you're not allowed to record." I was like, "Oh, I didn't know." He's like, "Well, there's a big sign downstairs." I was like, "Oh, I can't read."
Did you tell him that?
I don't read.
I'm from America. I can't read British.
Did you say
There's
that?
all these extra U's.
Yeah.
Please tell me you said that.
No, I didn't.
Oh,
I just
you
was like,
should've.
oh no, honestly, I was like, oh, I'm gonna get thrown out and not even get to play my game beforehand while I'm waiting.
Yeah.
And so I just like, I'm so sorry. Let me delete. I didn't delete it.
Yeah, I noticed. I saw it on Twitter.
Good thing you didn't post
you didn't
it on
see it on
social
Twitter.
media.
Oh, right. No,
You
it
didn't
was
see it
somebody
on
else's
Twitter.
video.
Yeah.
It was.
No, I didn't post it to Twitter. You didn't see it there. You would have seen it on the Mob Rules Facebook page.
Oh, is that where I saw it?
Yeah.
Where he can anonymously post it. Anonymously.
Yeah, nobody will know it's me,
It was me. Sorry.
except for the fact that I think I said, "This is Dave. I'm in Warhammer World,
I don't know. I didn't
recording
listen
when
to
I'm
the
not
sound.
supposed to."
I think I was in class.
I waited around like 35 minutes, and the parent gamers group that was supposed to be meeting there that weekend, we're already there playing games, so I was kind of hanging out with them, and then I played my game against Rue. He was playing Martin's Cadians, kind of a small mechanized transport list with a Baneblade,
Okay.
couple with a Hydra, and a
How was the terrain?
was really pretty.
Was it?
It was like almost like it was done by a professional terrain maker, you know.
Did they have a lot of tables?
Oh yeah, there's
It's all
a ton of
immaculate terrain.
tables. It's all immaculate terrain. Some of them are actually like themed setup tables
Fucking awesome.
that are just permanently placed there that are just huge for big games. Like there's a corn kind of corn skulls Age of Sigmar looking style.
Okay.
And there's a big ass cityscape with a bridge that they were fighting like an APOC game on with Warlord Titan.
So like this next semester, I do like calculus for 5 weeks, and then there's like 2 like junk classes that I'm doing online, and so there's gonna be like 3 months or 2 to 3 months where I don't have like really anything other than parenting going on. So I really would love to make like one of those tables. I know we've talked about it, like making a theme table. It's like it's exactly set up to where that's all it is.
Yep.
And that's actually like why I was asking for the display board, is like maybe I can bring this
Work it in.
back.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, weather happened to it. It looks like, but
I think it's fixable though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I got like a whole bunch of blue foam and stuff, so I think we can. Anyway, so
Yeah.
it'd be fun.
Anyway,
maybe
also-
who knows? Maybe we can bring it to Urza.
Oh yeah. No, that'd be rad.
Fancy.
We can talk about that. I
Yeah.
like
Anyway,
So then I played my game, and I started off well. We played Scorched Earth.
Okay.
On live on the stream. If you're a subscriber to the Warhammer channel on Twitch, you can watch it back or whatever.
Okay, cool.
Not you. I'm talking to I'm talking to the people that are listening, or actually probably have stopped at this point after I insulted roundabouts.
Oh.
I stuck up for them. It's
Yeah,
fine.
thank you.
Okay, good. So I start off. We're doing good. Repulsor shooting. Everything's blowing. Things are blowing up like they're supposed to. And then the Bane Blade got into action.
Yeah.
And ran over a dreadnought, killing it.
Deserved it.
Yeah.
Wearing scantily clad dreadnought clothing in public. S word.
There was a chunky Redemptor too.
Yeah.
Big and proud.
It was a sexy Redemptor dreadnought, and he was just like, "I'm gonna park here on top of you." I was like, "Okay."
You could do that.
I wasn't worried. I was like, "Yeah, go ahead and charge it. Smash! It's dead." Oh shit! I'm sorry.
That's right. Those Bane blades are nasty in hand to hand.
What?
They actually have AP. Oh,
It's because you're being run over by a massive tank.
It's
the size of a house.
it's
That's
actually
what happened to the Wicked Witch.
yeah. It's actually worse if you because he used the stratagem crush 'em.
Oh yeah.
I think it spells with a K.
Yeah.
You know.
From that unreleased
Crush 'em.
from the unreleased Orc Codex.
We just printed this right here, right now.
He just was like, oh, and that's like 45 wounds. I was like,
45 wounds.
what? I mean, it wasn't that many, but
Okay.
it just felt like it.
Yeah.
It may as well have been. It was
Enough to kill you, which means it'll be unlimited.
way more than enough to kill me.
So did you lose the other Redemptor too? Like in the runoff, it was like
No.
mortal wounds carry over to units that I attack.
That Redemptor could not died so hard it took out the second one.
So you did not win this game.
And spoiler alert, Ted. Let me get you there.
I know you crumble once the dreadnoughts die. He drinks the goo.
Actually, I was like, I'm okay. Bane Blade's on the other side of the table away from my repulsors. Means it's not blowing them up, so I'm good. Go ahead and.
What do you mean it moves
do it.
42 inches a turn?
Oh god, if it moved 42 inches a turn, I'd probably be like, flip this. I would have flipped the Warhammer
Yes,
community
Fast and
table.
Furious, Tokyo drifting around the table.
It's 24 inches in America. Well, we have
Jesus.
different traffic laws here. It took the roundabout.
Yeah, I'd use the Dreadnought as a roundabout and just got there faster.
Wow. I'm gonna get
He
used to
zippered
these.
through your fucking army.
He really did, dude. He really did. Turn 2, I was like, all right, second Redemptor coming up. I'm like 3 inches away from the Bane Blade. I'm like, here comes the charge. And he's like, boop, stratagem, hits on 5s. Redemptor dies charging the Bane Blade. So that's 2 down to the Bane Blade in 2 turns.
Wait, so he has a stratagem that reduces your hit?
No, he hits.
He hits harder.
Overwatch on a 5+ instead of a 6.
Oh, I gotcha.
And Bane Blades have all of the guns.
All the guns.
Yeah.
Oh, retarded.
So
goo.
going back and looking at it, I watch it because I watched through the stream and I read the chat. People were like, "Don't charge it. This is the one time. Don't charge the Bane Blade. Charge anything else. Oh God, you're gonna die." And I was like, I couldn't hear any of that or read the chat because I was busy playing my game. So naturally, I was like, "I'm charging it." It was like, "What's wrong with him? Why didn't you tell him not
Third
to charge?"
time's a charm.
So I charged it and it died. And then it ran over a squad of intercessors, except the sergeant.
Oh, yeah. That's good.
But so he's playing Kill Dave's everything, and I'm busy playing the mission. So, so we were playing
So inviting when you let him use a Bane Blade to run over your entire army.
felt pretty good. Crushed a couple buildings, some other stuff.
That's awesome. I think I want to model one of those with a couple sidecars, just like go down the middle.
Just crushing stuff. Well, so it was all a ploy to get him closer to my Hellblasters.
Oh, well, there you go.
And it
And
worked.
all it took was 700 points of models.
It was less than 500 points in models. Thank you.
Wasn't it 2 Redemptors and an Intercessor squad?
202, 202, and 90.
What was the point limit on this game?
Boom, math.
2,000 point game?
2,000 point
Oh,
game, yeah.
okay.
So,
So a quarter of your army to kill a Bane Blade.
right.
Cool. All
Which
right,
was
right on.
ironically a quarter
no.
of his army.
No. He got way more than that before I blew him up.
Oh, jeez. All right.
Charge across. So I'm playing I've got my 3 objectives. He's got his. By the end of turn 2, I'd cleared off one of his objectives from the stuff he had sitting there.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, he's only getting 2
Take that,
points
guardsman.
now. Because unlike Rue, I kind of placed mine up towards the middle of the board, and he placed his at the back edge.
Oh.
So he was stationary and you could be a little bit more mobile.
Yeah,
Okay.
and still hold the objectives. So I managed to clear that. I turned one of the repulsors to go after the Bane Blade. I was like, all right, Baneblade's over here. Hellblasters are there. They're starting to take off wounds on the Baneblade. And then he nuked the repulsor in one turn, and I was like, oh, that's cool.
Oh.
Shit. Turned the other one over and charged at him. And managed to do almost enough to kill it. He was down to 2 wounds left on the Baneblade. In the meantime, I've been picking off like just everything else is just dying. I dropped off my aggressors to go after the objective I'd cleared of his. And then, that's pretty much how it ended up playing out. I blew up I did blow it up, and it did explode.
If what I learned a few weeks ago holds solid, if you had 180 grots, you could have killed that tank. Mm-hmm. You should have had 180 grots.
That's right. You should have.
Yeah. Is that the math?
That's the math.
They have the Imperium keyword now.
Mm-hmm. It's true. And
I wish they would. If
they
did, you'd see
2
them.
keywords. They're actually Astartes and Imperium.
Yeah.
I want a tiny grut and a Astartes helmet now, Ted.
I got 3+ armor save.
Did you end up painting all those snotlings that Trevor gave you? I might need one.
Ted's like, yes, I painted them all.
Shift I.
I'll just call Trevor. I'm sure he's got. It's not like
he doesn't.
Oh yeah,
I got them all.
He gave them all to you.
Yeah.
Oh, nuts.
I'm gonna start a horde of things I can't ever use.
Anyway, the game went down 4 turns, and I won the game 17-9 when it was all said and done.
Wow.
Look at you go.
I did not anticipate that.
I felt pretty good about it.
Yeah, I would too, especially when he had like a cheaty tank.
Yeah, how dare he use units available to him?
I know, right?
Cheating.
Oh, I would have probably terribly lost the game if Martin had been there, since it was Martin's army that Rue took over. So Rue was just trying. He's like, I know, I've got this.
He's like, I sort of know what I'm doing. Yeah, sure.
Well, and so in the effort of trying to promote good sportsmanship in what is a friendly game on live TV, I'd never flipped him off.
What a lad, dude!
Which is important.
Did you hand him a mob rule sticker while the video was rolling?
No.
Hey, thank you so much. Slowly hand it to him while it's on video.
I tried to do better than that. I just took them all T-shirts.
And hand them with so they could see it on the video stream.
Yeah. No, so like he forgot his psychic phase in the first turn. I was like, hey man, you didn't do psychic. You want to do it now after you started all your shooting? He's like, nah, let's move on. And I kept trying to run him.
Because Twitch chat would yell at him.
Probably
was.
And then
what's less hassle, ignoring your psychic phase and not getting yelled at by 50 people? Or being yelled at by 50 people.
No, I think yelling at 50 people is less hassle. Just do it. I kept reminding him, hey, man, shoot the flashlights. Roll the dice. Everything, flashlights can still blow up repulsors. Takes a lot of them. But
yeah.
But I mean,
180 of them.
Roughly.
Math.
Roughly. He kept forgetting to shoot. He was like, all right, I've shot the missiles, and next. I was like, you got more stuff in that unit. It's a 10-man unit.
This isn't 7th edition, bro.
Come on, bro.
Yeah. But if he's playing someone else's army that he doesn't usually play, then
what does he normally play?
I don't know. I don't remember. Checkers. I should know, but I don't remember. Yeah. No, well, he
normally play.
So Rue's the one that
his Kickstarter's going to be here any day now.
Rue's the one that won the first Grand Clash for Shadespire.
Oh, okay.
He's the Shadespire guy, but apparently he's like the Encyclopedia Britannica of just Games Workshop rules and lore and stuff in general. Like every time they put him on the stream to talk about something, he's like, "Oh, I love this." It's like a smarter British version of our podcast when talking about lore of whatever's going on. This is today's topic. And
so he's just like us, except knowledgeable and cognizant and accurate
and smart and actually British.
Smart.
Yeah.
Wow. So basically,
so nothing like
us.
He's a person. He has eyes. And a ball.
So yeah, finished up that game, headed back to the hotel for the night. Went across the street and had what they called American food.
Whoa.
What was American food?
Yeah. Calamari.
They're just a big ass burger. Like it just felt like they were trying way too hard. They're like, come get American style burgers. And I was like, I will try one of your American style burgers. And the thing was as big as a Warlord Titan. I was like, what the fuck?
We do not eat that.
Yes, it's an American. So in the UK,
what?
All Americans are Texans.
Yeah, I thought so.
Pretty much.
I'm glad. Like, I've asked a lot of people from the UK like to do an American accent, and they're all like, "No, I wouldn't dare do that." But you're the first person to admit what I always
It's
thought.
pretty much just Texas.
Howdy, partner.
Like, you know the dude in The Simpsons, the rich tycoon investor cowboy guy? That's America.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's what we're all like.
As they're trying to sell you chiclets and shit. Like,
Yeah.
You're the rich investor from Texas. No, I'm just from Alaska, and I work at a archive company as the receptionist.
But I felt like a rich investor. I was just flinging
Yeah.
Great British pounds around like I was
Honey, those are worth more than our money. What? Oh, that's not good.
just throwing them out there.
That means you're really broke.
So I went back to Warhammer World the next day
Okay. What?
for the parent players meetup,
Okay.
and there was so much to see and do. I walked through the exhibition
But he
hall.
didn't take video.
Not video.
He made a flip book.
I needed another SIM card to store all the photos I took though.
Wow.
In the exhibition hall. Spent about 30 minutes looking for the assassin.
Yeah. Did you find it?
No. That table's massive, dude.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
you don't even think about the size. If you've seen pictures
I
of
actually
the
thought
Battle
about it a lot.
of Angeles, you think about my size a lot.
Not your size.
It's all right. It's understandable.
It's
Look at this thing. It tastes like raisins.
so
But it's
Ignoring
sweet.
it there.
if you think about
the eggy aftertaste.
the Battle of Angeles Prime, you're thinking of like the 4x8 table like normal.
Oh,
and
sorry.
It's something massive like 30 by 40 or something
wow.
like that. So it's like I'm never gonna find the assassin on this.
Yeah.
Oh, and they're cleverly so it's a battle of Ultramarines versus Khorne.
Can you imagine trying to dust that thing?
World Eaters. Oh, dude, it's probably terrible.
Yeah.
I don't even want to.
So maybe that's the keys. You
Really
look
like
the recently dusted
canned air.
With a
lot
really
of
long
it.
hose.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Just like they've taped a bunch of the little tiny red straws together.
But I want to know. I want to be there on cleaning day when they like freaking dust that thing and like all the little was it like chain axes are like yanking feathers out of their dusters and shit. Like, oh, lost another one.
I want to imagine they have like a proper British, nanny made thing, just like.
Jiminy.
But they compound this
Okay.
thing by by flashing red and blue light, like fading, like rolling like a scroller of red and blue light across it in a battle between red and blue people. So it's like, oh, that's kind of mean.
It is tough. Huh?
Nobody can find the assassin. Black becomes red or black under, or red or blue under red or blue lights.
Do you get a prize if you find it?
Yeah, you get a free assassin
Holy shit.
and your name on the list. But I didn't have time for that. I had pints to drink in Bugsman and Blood Bowl to play.
Dave Eaton, he's our recent finder, the assassin with his eyeballer.
Great British accent you're doing there. I love it.
Thanks.
Love it.
I bring over a sports announcer from Dakota. Where this is one of the Dakotas. So there's a different
I
accent.
thought you were actually going to go with like the famous Mexican soccer announcer.
Oh yeah.
And then he's going, and then he's
I like to think that I'm part Mexican because I have my birthday is Cinco de Mayo, but then I don't think that.
Okay. So then I went back into Bugman's and I played some Blood Bowl, and
Yeah.
took home the trophy
Yeah.
for the Parent
Cool.
Players Gamers meetup.
Mm.
And then had to tour around London with it, taking pictures at all the monuments.
Mm.
And since I was there, I thought I'd slap some Mob Rule stickers on everything.
Nice. I saw those things.
Vandalized London.
Yeah. Everybody else did. I saw a couple of those where you're like, he wasn't the only one.
I only put it in places where I saw their stickers. I wasn't like, okay, hey, Queen Elizabeth, come here for a second.
Bam!
Right on the tush.
Yeah. You want to take that off before you pee. You get an infection.
Ted licked it, so it's fine.
Anyway, go ahead.
So I've seen pictures of the Queen. I realize now that every time I see pictures of the Queen, she just always looks like she's plotting when she's smiling. She looks like she's plotting some really evil scheme and just doesn't know how to smile. Just like, I'm going to bring those wayward colonies back.
Did you meet her? Is that why you said that?
Oh, God, no. I wish.
Okay.
Can you imagine?
Just hanging out at like parents' night.
The Queen rolls up to play some Blood Bowl. Just
High elves, of course.
Just stomps every. No. Or like it'd be like.
Her should be orcs.
Yeah. It would be something like orcs. She'd be like.
Yeah.
And just hear her. Could you hear the Queen talking with the orc voice?
Just getting like excited and like spitting in your face. Oi! Like, whoa!
I would still get mad at her.
What?
No orc speak.
Like,
Just
the Queen.
Right on the knuckles.
Yeah.
No orc speak.
Bad Queen, bad.
Yeah. Gave out tons of stickers to people. So
Cool.
if anybody is listening because they got a sticker and we're like, what is this? I apologize. It's usually better than this.
Was it the die cut ones or did you get the other ones I made you?
Oh, I got the first gen ones.
The squares?
Yeah.
What did you do with the die cut?
I gave them to.
So I didn't give you too many of those.
No,
like
I gave 2 to Trevor before he even left.
Oh right, so it's done a 6.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I had 4 when I left,
Oh okay.
and I gave them out to people along with the other ones. So
Those were expensive, by the way.
I know, I know, but you gave them to me. So.
Yeah. I was actually gonna try anyway. I get behind the scenes
Yeah.
stuff. I found a better source.
Oh.
Local.
Ooh. Yeah. So that was that, and then we toured London with my trophy. Because they asked me to
Showing everybody.
they asked me to take pictures of it.
Who the hell's this guy?
Yeah. Could you hold this, Your Majesty?
Yeah. Like put your special helmet on. We don't want you biting people. Come on, Dave.
Yep.
I got your trophy.
London was a lovely city.
Yeah.
Apparently, it was the one day of the year that London decided that it needed to be.
Not rainy.
Let's see. For us Americans, it was probably about 15 degrees and pouring rain. And we were walking around
London.
Magical. The all of the main attractions like Big Ben and whatnot. I don't know if you noticed in the picture. They were just looked like they had them all rolled up for winter. They're just covered in scaffoldings and stuff as they were getting worked on. But I was like, God damn it, I don't get to see anything.
I think they put special tinfoil on them so that you can't use your psychic powers to change the time.
It's true.
See?
All right. Well, 2 out of 3 mob rulers have said it's true, so it must be. And this will be on the internet, so there it is. So it's true. It's another feather in the cap. Yeah. No, London had some beautiful sites. Not nearly enough just random 40K games taking place. Like I expected. I expected to walk around corners.
Everybody plays it?
Yeah, everybody's playing.
Everyone was actually at the London GT this weekend.
Oh, that's it. you were on the runoff.
Because the London GT took place last weekend, I believe.
Oh.
Did it?
Yeah.
I thought it was this coming weekend.
No, because I already saw a bunch of lists from it.
Fair
or maybe it's this weekend and lists have started coming out for it. There's a couple of nasty combos there.
Yeah, probably.
Like 2,000 points of Gretchen.
That's
4,000.
you know that probably wouldn't be terrible.
Could you 2,000 points of Gretchen? Could you even fit that much on a table? Like legitimately?
I don't think within a
think you
3
can.
detachment structure you could fit that many in because you're maxing out 30 grots a unit, right? Or is it 40?
Hey, give me your phone. I need a calculator.
You don't have a calculator on your
Well,
phone?
I turned my phone off, so I'd have to like boot it back up. All right.
So
All
we're
right.
doing math.
Okay.
So 22,000 grots and a shock attack gun. No, that's a pulsar rockets. Just take pulsar rockets instead. I don't even want you to take.
They don't
grots.
even exist anymore.
Pulsar rockets.
Yeah.
Yes, they do.
Do they?
Yeah.
Huh. I'm here. I'm
Oh,
with it.
wow,
Yeah.
this has been a great episode. So yeah, then we got on a boat, or we got on a plane, flew back to across the country, left at 11:55 from Gatwick, and arrived in Vancouver at 12:06.
Nice. Blow by blow as we're stalling for Ted
Yeah.
to do math.
So you can only fit. So each base is just slightly less than 1 inch across. But if we assume that they're 1 inch across, so you leave a little bit of space, then you can fit 864 of them.
Oh, man.
in
But
a
really,
1
fuck you,
foot
you're
by
in
6
that
foot.
deployment phase.
Yeah.
And if you times that by 3 points, you can fit 2,592 grots in that deployment zone.
Neat.
I'm sorry, that's 2,592 points worth of grots.
Oh,
Yeah.
gotcha.
So you couldn't, for 2,000 points, you couldn't.
How many points is a grot?
3.
666 grots. It's kind of nice. I like that. Yeah.
Cool.
Nice roundabout there.
Yeah. But no, that was a
shave a little bit of room.
So good trip overall. Yeah,
aside,
an experience.
Aside from the TSA breaking my brushes and
which you didn't deserve anyway, so that's fine.
And the pilot trying to kill us, we had to do an emergency landing into Seattle.
Oh shit!
I slept through it almost.
Okay.
Obviously,
they woke me up right at the end. They're like, "Just to let you know, we're doing an emergency landing." I'm sorry, what? Flaps didn't deploy. We're coming in hot. Enjoy.
Thanks for waking up.
Yeah. I was like, you woke me up for this? I could have slept through the almost dying part.
Guys.
So. Then we came home.
But something you definitely recommend would be a good old trip to the Warhammer Worlds.
I think everybody should, actually. It just it really blew me away. You know, I was expecting it to be awesome, but every single person I met there, from every staff member to the team to the just to the lowly cashiers at the Warhammer store there, super polite, super helpful. One was a little over polite.
Yeah. Did you get a tuggy?
No.
Oh.
No.
Retrant.
When you come out of the exhibition hall, you walk right into the models for sale.
Smash!
Which is a smart move because you've just been in there looking at all these gorgeous looking models. It's a really brilliant strategy.
Yeah.
And I don't know what happened. I'm fairly certain that the exhibition hall, which starts, it does start on the first floor, but then go, I don't know. It felt like I did like a Mobius strip to come out where I was, because I was like, I don't remember starting on this floor, but we ended here, and I don't remember taking stairs, but what happened? So she was helping Cody find a model. She was selling Cody, trying to sell Cody on models. She's like, check out this. Wow.
Yeah.
This is just a sexy model you can have. And Cody's like, I'm trying not to buy a Tau Supremacy super suit right now.
Have you looked at one of those?
Yeah. Oh, Cody!
Don't tell them what you're not trying to buy.
No, he's
commission in there. Did he buy one?
He did not.
Wow. Okay.
Because it came out to enough that he could get free shipping on at home. So he's waiting. He's gonna probably order one.
Yeah, smart. It's a beautiful suit.
So,
right.
Yeah, that's been Dave's trip.
Yeah, we didn't go on a trip, so
no.
Yeah, we're good.
All right. Thanks for tripping for us.
Yeah, I appreciate it. We're going to live vicariously through Dave. We're going to take a quick break, and we're going to come right back.
The new Mark IIIA uses a ceramite overplus steel with a buttress carbon composite frame.
What? Oh, yeah. Which one of those is it?
All of them.
Oh, neat. Hey, is this a cup holder?
Yes, the driver's compartment has a cup holder as an optional accessory.
No way. Shut up. Cup holders?
Well, not everybody has a life support system. So for the exploratory group of mortals we found,
Cup holders? I'll take it.
Mark IIIA also has a traditional quad thermoreactor.
Hey, do you think I could try it out?
Well, of course, the ignition is on the dash right.
I brought my favorite travel mug. I got it in this amazing bakery in the Segmentum just outside of Armageddon a few years back. Oh my gosh. Perfect fit.
So anyway, as you can see, the new Mark IIIA has a power coupler interface in the top hatch to allow for modular weapon components that can be...
Does this have a heater in it? I hate it when recaf gets cold. If the coffee holder had a heater, that would just make my day.
We hadn't considered that, as most chapters use a Stardaze drivers, and most of you as Stardaze don't drink recaf. But I suppose we could build you something.
Great, you tech priests are the best.
Do you want to see the comms unit specs?
Nah, I'm good.
Is there anything I can...
No, we'll take 11 of them. Thank you. The Emperor protects.
Space Marines hate change. How would you ever convince him to upgrade to the new Mark IIIA?
Cup holders, believe it or not.
Oh, cup holders.
Brand new Mars pattern Mark IIIA Rhino. New with cup holders.
Cover your belly up, you big fat bastard.
Why are you're still staring at my belly even though I'm covered up and everything?
Show some more skin.
I'm just looking at your nipples right now, actually.
Well, did my nipples
I'm
didn't come out of
I'm
my
trying
shirt,
to
did they?
decide. Yeah, they did.
They're always out
I
of
was
my
trying to
shirt.
decide if that was hair or pasties.
So, for those who don't know, I have nipple piercings, amongst lots of other things. But I used to have this job down in Oregon where I was a truck driver for this concrete foundry, and there was this like old man. He was like 70-something, and that ran the place.
Story's going.
And his tongue salivated.
Yeah. But
it tasted copper.
Pretty much. So every time, like, I come into the shop and like, I hated that fucking place so hard. But it was like this tiny little like redneck town outside of Portland proper, and the boss he'd come in like, he found out that I had nipple piercing. So at some point, like I had told somebody or whatever, and he's like, "You got your nipples pierced?" He sounds just like that. Like,
he probably saw him when you stretched.
"Show me your goddamn nipples." I'm like, no, I will not show you my nipples. He's like, "Show me your fucking nipples." He was like really adamant about this guy. But that
This
guy,
is where we got a mature rating.
Yeah. He used to call me his little Eskimo too. It was adorable. I did not stay there for very long.
Not very racist at all, actually.
No,
that seems very inappropriate.
Yeah.
little Eskimo. Fucking hate you so hard.
All right. Well,
Anyway,
let's just call it there. I don't know that we can come back from that. No.
all right. Well, we do have some more news.
We do. Well, we don't. But
well, you guys will have some more news for next time.
Yeah.
So I want to say thank you all listeners. I'm actually stepping down. It's been a long, beautiful road, and I'm going to take some time and focus on school and maybe some writing. Maybe finish that book I started a long time ago. As I don't know, I read this book a while ago called "What White People Do," and it's all this like ridiculous shit that white people do. And one of the things in there was write a book.
Did you take the "What White People Do" as like a checklist for life?
Kayaking.
Done it.
But it's always like stuck in the back of my mind. Is like, I want to write a book. Oh my god, I'm a cliche.
A dirigible with Harrison Ford. Check.
So that's it. I'm gonna take off
into the sunset.
He's riding into the sunset.
So there's other projects, there's other wonderful things. I think it's been amazing. I think we had multiple goals coming into this. One of which was to be a positive. Back when we started, like the hobby was very caustic, and part of our thing was that we were gonna be a positive voice for the hobby and like try to push like the change, because like we all love this hobby and everything, and even though I don't think we could take credit for it, but maybe we
will.
Oh yeah, it was totally you guys.
we changed Games Workshop's mind and had them come out and become customer service oriented, and everybody now loves.
And it certainly wasn't the millions of dollars that it resulted in.
But it's regardless. Like I'm sure we were a positive voice for somebody out there, and we're that validating voice. So if that's beautiful to know. And another one was to be a successful podcast and to have more downloads than the adjusted mean, and we blew that out of the water. So I think that and of course like it's the listeners. So I'm really appreciative for everybody who's been there.
Do you remember after episode 1 launched? I'm going to do a memory lane here. Like over
the first one,
yeah,
or the second first one.
The second first one.
Okay.
Like after that came out, like after like what 2.5 years ago or something like that, and we were like, dude. 25 people downloaded it.
I remember us both doing a screen capture when we hit 2,000 downloads total.
Yeah.
It was like, we have 2,000 downloads.
Yeah.
Like,
and we're like, what? And then, then it was crazy. And now here we are. So.
Yeah. So I think it's the last goal I think was to catch up to the independent characters. And that was a lofty goal, but
which is and it's so much loftier now.
Yeah, now that they're back. It was a lot easier when they weren't putting out podcasts. Like, we have one listener. That's infinitely more than they have percentage-wise.
And it's like I think we kind of evolved over the years as well, and kind of goals have changed and adjusted as well. But like I said, I think the place you got us to is super good. So.
And I love that we're growing still. Like I think that when Phil left, I think we saw some of his fans leave, but then as we adapted, like you said, like we've grown, like the people that we have.
God,
now,
I hope people didn't like you.
Then you brought me in, and you lost more fans.
Yeah.
No, but it has been good. I think Dave, you've definitely brought we've actually grown. I think since then. I don't know if we can attribute it to you. Maybe we would have had twice as many people.
No, we were just like Dave.
Growth.
The only way you can stay is if you take a transatlantic cruise and go to Warhammer World. You'll never do it. Oh shit.
Okay, and you have to put stickers on the Queen's cooch. That was grody.
Gross.
I'm wet for the first time in a long time.
Done.
So I mean, if it comes down to it, you need somebody to be on. I'll be here in a pinch, but Yeah, thank you so much.
Just,
thank you so much for the years, John. I really appreciate it.
And I appreciated you bringing me into this world because I knew nothing.
Your audio daddy.
Any of this stuff. Yeah, you're my audio daddy
or mom. I don't know. Which
certainly hope in the future we're going to work on other stuff too. I think this frees us up for kind of like little stupid one-offs and things like that too.
Yeah.
I will say
like
that.
An ad. Maybe I'll start doing ads.
Now I'm going to have to. Just want to add that Dave and I will be carrying on. In some form or other.
Yeah, we'll sort it out.
Yeah. So in 2 Fridays, we'll still be back. Maybe we'll just take 76 episodes of Ted's vocals and just soundboard it. And then,
is this the same promise we made about Phil?
Yeah.
If so, I don't buy it.
And I was too lazy to do that. So now that I've added in editing, then it definitely won't happen. But yeah, so no, I said I'm super appreciative of like everything you've done, Ted, and kind of like everything you've taught me and kind of brought me in, and then hopefully people won't notice huge audio quality drops for the next 2.5 years. And like I said to you kind of off the air there, Ted, it's like it's not a stepping away, it's just a stepping aside, and anytime that you want to come back, then just let us know and you can come back and we'll make Ted's Corner.
I don't know, Ted. We'd like to have you back now that you're done with school, but that sock does a really good job of not being you. Fuck.
We gave the sock nipple piercing, so
show me your fucking nipples. All right. Well, thank you so much, everybody.
Yeah.
So I've been Ted.
yeah.
I've been John.
And I've been Dave.
And we'll see you next time.
Have a good night. Bye. This episode of Mob Rules has been brought to you by Mob Rules Media. Please join our Facebook group to be part of the conversation at facebook.com/MobRulesAK. You can also email us at themob@tophat-arts.com. Thanks for checking us out, and we will see you in 2 weeks.